Alright, this is going to be a quick tutorial just about the opening in Civ 5, which I'm going to make for a couple of friends of mine who are new to the game and don't quite know how to start off optimally and how to deal with barbarians. So let's just get a random leader, Pangea, small map size, on King difficulty, which is what I usually play on. I'm not the best player, I don't go on to Immortal or Deity. I do Emperor sometimes, and I can do Emperor decently, but King's pretty easy, which is nice. I'm going to chuck on quick movement and quick combat as well, so this goes a bit quicker. And we'll jump right into it. Genghis Khan, fantastic. Starting Civ's not really going to matter so much, because I'm just going to be working on the opening. So first thing I usually do is I move the warrior somewhere, just have a look at what other lands are around, see if I want to move. Here's like, this is pretty decent opening. I've got growth tiles with the wheat. I've got 3 luxury tiles, which is really nice. It might be worth moving to this hill here, possibly. Hills are really nice defensively. But I think I'll just settle on spot for now. So once I've settled on spot, first thing I do is I open up citizen management and I chuck it on production focus. And what this does is once your city rolls over to a new population, going from population 1 to population 2, it automatically works a production tile. So by having it on production focus, you'll get anything that's building will build just slightly quicker in the city. And once I've done production focus, I manually select my growth tile so that my city grows nice and quickly. For production, I start with a scout first because I like to get those ancient ruins. And for first research, I get pottery because I'm going to build a shrine as soon as pottery is finished. So I'll just wander around having a look for any ancient ruins, anything like that. There's one. Culture, that's nice. So if you get a culture ruin, ancient ruin like that, usually what most people do is they'll press end turn here and they'll be able to get their culture policy notification the next turn. But what you can do is you can click up here on this social policy thing, and because it says -1 for turns left, it actually means I've got enough culture for a policy this turn. So I'm going to grab tradition because it's, I don't know, it's just the best in vanilla Civ without any mods. So I got my scout, I'll send it in a different direction to where my warrior is going. I'm just going to keep scouting around and having a look. After I've built the scout, I go into a monument. And I'm not actually going to finish this monument, because once pottery is done, I'm going to instantly change over from the monument to a shrine. Discovered archery, it's not too bad. Another thing you do is, as soon as you get the city has grown notification, go back into citizen management and rearrange it to whatever tile you want to work. If you're building a wonder, you want these on the production tiles here with the hammers. Or if you're growing your city like I'm doing, you want it on the ones with food. Now I could work the 2 food, 2 gold tile, but I kind of want to build quickly as well. So having 2 food and 1 production is pretty nice. So now that pottery is done, I'm going to come to my city and I'm going to get the shrine, and I'm going to move that in front of the monument because I think early religion is a little bit more important than the 1 culture per turn. If you see a city-state, you want to meet them as quickly as possible. You get 30 gold for being the first person to meet a city-state, and you get 15 gold if someone else has already met them. So getting that extra 15 gold is pretty nice. After I've researched pottery, I'm going to go for animal husbandry to reveal horses on the map. Horses being revealed on the map is really good because it's going to give you extra information for when you're planting your next city. So we just got a population ancient ruin, which means we can come back here and we can rework some more growth tiles. So our city can get it to even higher population, which would be nice. Looks like we've met Poland. They're pretty decent civ. We haven't actually encountered any barbarians. Oh, okay, there we go. So there's a barbarian camp. I'm just going to ignore this for now. 2 more ancient ruins. Gosh, looks like he's going to get that one, so I'll probably get this one up here. So we got another policy. Just going to continue down the tradition tree. Aristocracy you could get if you were going to get the Great Library, or any other early wonders, Stonehenge, etc. Aristocracy is good to get, but I usually leave that one till last because I generally don't get early wonders. It sort of depends on your starting location whether you want to get early wonders. But in this situation, I'm just going to play safe and not get those early wonders. Evidence of barb camps. One over there. That's ages away. That's not really a big deal. So now we've got our shrine nearly complete, which is nice. I'm going to meet Jerusalem. That's nice. They're a faith city-state, so I got 8 faith instantly just then, which means... Can I get a Pantheon? No, not quite. I should be able to get a Pantheon pretty quickly as soon as that shrine finishes. Now, from here, it's just situational, what sort of tech you want to get. I can see I've got a calendar resource here. I can see I've also got a sailing resource. So calendar or sailing is pretty nice to get. So let's just go for calendar. We might be able to steal a worker from Jerusalem or Genoa with this scout here, so that could help us get some luxuries online pretty early. So this shrine's going to finish. We get our faith per turn, and we can found a Pantheon. Here, honestly, I'm not really sure what Pantheon to get. There's videos out there sort of discussing which Pantheons are the best. God King's okay, you get +1 to a bunch of yields. God of Craftsmen if you want some production. Really, I'm not sure. I could get Sun God. Yes, Sun God's not terrible, having a bit of growth for those 2 wheat tiles. There's probably a better one to get in this situation, but I'm not the best player, so I'll just get what I think is decent right there. What have we found? China. Nice. So the monument's going to finish this turn as well, which is nice. So now that the monument's done, I'm going to put a few turns into a granary. I'm not going to finish the granary because as soon as I get to 4 population, I think I want to build a settler. Because 4 population is usually where I start building settlers. And I usually build 1 or 2 of them. It would be nice if I could steal a worker, actually. Because I do need a worker for this land here at the moment. Now here's a barbarian. I've got no units around, so I don't really need to worry about it or do anything about it. I kind of want that ancient ruin. So our city grew again. I think I want a settler here. So I'm going to put the settler next. And what I'm going to do is in this citizen management tab, I am going to change it around so that I'm working all of the production tiles. So this is a nice one with 2 production. Let's see, I could change it over. So I'm working this hill here for an extra 2 production. So that's 7 turns for a settler. And see if I can get it down to 6. I don't think I can. Maybe if I buy a tile. I don't really think it's going to be worth it. So it looks like 7 turns is going to be the fastest for me to get a settler. It's 8 turns if I'm working that. So I can get it down to 7 turns at the moment, which is nice. Snag that. 5 population. A pop rune. That's very nice, actually. So let's move that over to this hill here. I can reduce it down to 5 turns, which is pretty fantastic. So at this point, I probably want to bring my scout back home because he's going to escort this settler here. This warrior's a bit far away. I think I overextended with him just a tiny bit. So we can just keep peppering away at that. So let's find out. Oh gosh. We'll start bringing that scout back home. Looks like we've found someone else too. What else to get? Let's get bronze working. Find out where the iron is around our cities. Adopt a policy. Legalism's nice. Four turns, 3 turns. Yeah, we should be able to bring our scout back to escort this settler. Should have enough time. I hope he doesn't move here. No, he's not. Fantastic. Unit needs orders. We can have a little... Yeah, meet the city state. That's good too. And a couple turns and we will have that first settler out. Now the first settler is out, we can go back to working growth tiles so that we don't starve to death as we are doing at the moment. Might work that instead, actually. I like the production from this. We could even... Yeah, this is probably the best setup here. So we've got our settler. We can settle a city. It doesn't... where to settle a city is... you want somewhere with good growth tiles, with a unique luxury resource, if you'd like as well. Decent growth and production. Down here might be nice. There's no competition for this area in here at the moment because there's no other civs near me, so it's not really a high priority area. So we can start moving our settler over there with our scout hanging on top of the settler so it doesn't get captured by barbarians. And just keep scouting around. Generally I'd actually bring back this warrior if I can, after he's sort of scouted around a bit, and leave the scout exploring where the warrior is going. But in this game, it just so happened I sent my warrior out into the continuous area of the map, and my scout sort of went into this sort of dead end area. Ooh, that's no good. I had my settler on auto move. I shouldn't have done that. So now we've got a barbarian in the way. And that's a little bit annoying. But provided we've got our scout sitting on top of the settler, it shouldn't be too big of an issue. And if it is, then we can always build an archer or something like that back at home to come help deal with it. And it looks like he is going to try and pepper us down a little bit. So we're just going to keep moving, not going to attack into him. Hopefully we can get our scout and settler into a decent city location before he takes us out. So now we're on a bit low health here from this first barbarian. So this is going to give us give us a couple of options. I don't think it's going to die next turn, so I'm going to move into this this jungle tile here and start healing up. The jungle tile is going to give us combat bonus against it, which is going to be very nice. I'm going to get a worker. I probably should have built a worker before building a granary there, actually, so I could have improved the cotton before I get this city down. But, oh well. Yep, now we can get the heal instantly promotion, because he's been attacked 3 times. Don't want to bother killing it off. We'll just continue moving to where we think's a good city location, maybe down by those cows could be nice. And he slammed into us and died instantly, so ain't no problem. And now we can nearly get to our city location. Should be nice. More city-states being met, which is good. Getting more growth. So we've grown again, so we can rework some of these tiles. I don't really want to grow again, because my happiness is going to become an issue soon. Just move that there to protect him again. I'm going to get monarchy, so we get a bit more happiness to settle that first city. And then I'm going to use this worker to improve that cotton, so I'm not in negative happiness for too long. What else do we want to get? Let's get writing. Let's get some libraries up. Sure, we'll work together. Why not? And we can settle our first city. This isn't a bad location. It's decent. It's coastal. It's on a hill. It's got a unique luxury here. It's got a growth tile here, and will have some production. It's going to have a hill here. It's going to have iron. It's going to have more food over here. So it's not going to be too bad a city. It's going to be pretty decent. So more production. What do we want to get here? I can get another settler even. Usually I like to have 3 or 4 settlements early in the game. So let's see. Actually, you know what? Perhaps I should get sailing instead so I can improve those whales. I like building a shrine in all my cities first. The legalism from tradition provides monuments for free in the first 4 cities, which means your first city will get a monument. If it's already got a monument, it'll get an amphitheatre. And your following 3 cities will get monuments for free, which is nice, so you don't have to build them. You can go straight into a shrine next. So here's another problem that that we can face. I'm going to need to bring this this scout back, and if I can, I might even try and build. Yeah, let's build an archer here to deal with that. Now I know if I move my worker here, it's going to get taken by the archer. And if my worker stays here, or stays on this tile even, he's not going to get taken because that archer's only going to be able to move 2 turns. So this barbarian is a little bit of a problem, but not too big. Not too big of a problem. And in fact, it looks like he's backed off even, which is interesting. I should probably get that ancient ruin, actually. So we've found a few sources of iron, which is nice. So we got a pretty decent city location here. Now, here's the thing about moving workers. I know that the barbarian can take this worker if it's within 2 tiles of the worker by the end of my turn. Now, if the archer is in this tile here or in this tile here, I know it can take the worker if I place it down here. So I'm just gonna set my work run building a farm here for now. And this turn, I'm going to be able to... Oh, found writing anyway. It's nice, I guess. So this turn, I'm confident I'll be able to move my worker over here and move my archer on top of him to protect him. So it's not going to be too big of an issue. We got sailing, which is nice. What to get next? We'll get philosophy, just so we can get the National College early on. Start working on that plantation so that we can get our happiness up and running again. So now here's another barbarian. We're just going to shoot him and we're just going to chill in spot, I think. So we want to move this guy here. I know it's safe to move the settler here because there's no barbarians that can move within 2 tiles of it. Let's just move along here. I'm also going to get a... Can I get a ship? Where is it? Workboat. 3 turns. That's nice. And we're going to start improving these luxuries as well. Looks like he's just chilling over there. See, it's probably a bit risky moving to here, just in case there is a barbarian on this hill. I know I can move to this tile safely, because the barbarian can't actually, let's go back here. The barbarian can't, if he's in one of these 2 tiles, he can't actually get to this tile, because this is heavy terrain. So I know it's safe to move my settler just there. Just keep moving along. Looks like Poland land there. We're doing pretty decent. We're getting that plantation up and running, so our happiness is going to be pretty good soon. This barbarian, I'm not going out of my way to kill it. I'm just chilling. I can move the settler here safely as well, because I know a barbarian can't take it from any tiles next turn. That scout's fine and dandy. We'll just leave him there. Move down here. Someone's built the Great Library. Now we've got the plantation up and running, so our happiness is good. And I can get that. Our happiness is even better. Moving to this tile could be a problem, because I can't quite see what's in these 2 tiles here. Perhaps if I move my archer here. Now, if the barbarian's there, and I know there's a barbarian there, I'm pretty certain that a barbarian isn't going to be in that tile, so I'm going to take the risk there. And what else can we improve? Maybe we'll finish that farm, get our... let's go watermill into library. Yeah, get our food up and running again. And so from here, this is about where the opening sort of finishes. We've got 3 cities. We got decent happiness. We haven't really got any problems with barbarians. We're not sending out any. We're not going to send out a scout or anything to deal with this. We've successfully managed to defend our settler as it got to this location here. We've fended off a few barbarians which have came towards the lands, and yeah, I think it's a decent spot at the moment for the rest of the game. It's just a basic opening, which is pretty easy to execute. Sometimes you get more or less lucky with barbarians, but overall this is a pretty decent strategy, I think. And that's it. From here you can just go on to do whatever build, whatever strategy you like, but this is just a decent opening that'll work well pretty much in every case. It's just safe. You get your early cities, you can defend your workers, you can make sure your settlers are safe when they're going to plant your first cities. You got your luxuries online, so your happiness is nice. And that's about it. Thanks for watching.